How's it going, everyone? My name is Trueunderdawg, and SEGA has given me early access to Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate, which is awesome because this fighting game is very unique. Virtua Fighter 5 is all about outsmarting your opponent. So instead of having to memorize super long combos, the game rewards you for understanding what each character can do and using that knowledge to defeat your opponent. For example, you can use a well-timed sidestep to avoid incoming attacks and then start your offense. Or you can use a variety of different stances to confuse the opponent and break their defense. You can even use the environment itself to your advantage, which looks awesome and I never get tired of it. Now this game comes out tomorrow and will be free on PlayStation Plus, so I highly recommend you try it out. So with that brief introduction out of the way, I wanted to show off one of my favorite characters, Eileen. So I love this character because she uses the monkey fighting style, and look at how amazing the animations are. How rare is it for a character to use monkey fighting style in a fighting game? Oh, I love her so much. Her animations are just so fast and fluid and energetic. I love it so much. And then on top of that, she also has some amazing stances, so check this out. Whoa, she gets really low to avoid incoming attacks and then counter appropriately. So let's say the opponent wants to fly in with a high attack, you know, kind of like this. I can duck under it, counter, then flying Superman punch. If they stay down, boom, I get a grounded attack. Look at that flurry of attacks. So much fun, such a spectacle, man. This character is just fun to watch. Or even better, I can go for a punch instead and boom, look at that, they're staggered. The opponent actually has to viciously move their stick to break free of the stun, and if they're not fast enough, I can get a flurry of follow-ups like this. And once again, if they stay grounded, boom, that's a stomp attack, and look at all the damage. She's already almost dead, and that's why I love this game. One good read and you can win the match. And then on top of that, she has a lot of ring out potential too. Oh, by the way, this game has ring outs, so if the stage walls aren't very high, you can just knock the opponent off the stage, which is not only an instant win for that round, but it also demoralizes your opponent, and that's always a plus. So as you can see, what's not to love about this character? She's crazy fast, she has a great energy about her, she has very interesting animations, and the throws are just absolutely amazing as well. And as mentioned earlier, she's also the only fighting game character I can think of that actually uses the monkey fighting style. I find that very rare in fighting games, so just one more reason to love this character. But now without any further ado, let's hop into the command training because I want to show you more about how this game actually plays because it's honestly quite simple. Okay, so here we go, training and then command training, and the first thing it asks you is what kind of fence you actually want, because depending on full fence or half fence, you actually get different combos, different throw animations, all that cool stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the full fence stage because that's my personal favorite in terms of animations, and I also find it to be the most common as well. Keep in mind some stages have breakable fences as well for ring outs and all that cool stuff. So unlike most fighting games, the stage choice actually matters a lot in Virtua Fighter 5. It could be very good for your character, or maybe you just prefer to win by ring outs, or you want to do combos off the wall, all that awesome stuff. Alright, and here we are. So as you can see, just a regular punch, and this game actually has a very simple button layout. There's only 3 ways of attacking. You have a punch, you have a kick, and you have a block. So as you can see, that's really simple, especially compared to other fighting games like Street Fighter that have 6 different buttons, or even Mortal Kombat that has 4, including a block button, which actually makes 5. So compared to those games, Virtua Fighter 5's button layout is actually very simple. However, that doesn't mean the game lacks depth, because of course you have punch plus kick attacks, like right here, that's punch plus kick, and if you do punch plus block, then you get the throws, and then of course you have guard plus kick as well for entirely unique attacks. So don't worry, the game still has a very big move list, which I think is always a plus, because it keeps you wanting to play the game and learn more and more about your characters and also the opponent's characters as well. There's a bunch of different moves to learn and study and master, and I feel like that's a good thing because it keeps you from actually getting bored of the game, because no offense to a lot of 2D fighting games, but games like Mortal Kombat 11, I feel like it only takes about an hour to learn a character and maybe just a couple of days before you've mastered their playstyle and their matchups, yada yada yada. However, that's not the case for 3D fighting games like Virtua Fighter 5. I feel like just learning a character's move list and truly mastering it could take you several days or maybe even a week. And then if you want to fully master the character, that's going to take you even longer to learn all the different matchups, which stages are the best, and all that good stuff. And as a result, these games will last you a lot longer if you enjoy them and want to commit with them, so I recommend finding a character that you really like and just taking the time to actually experiment and learn that character's matchups, their combos, all that cool stuff. I think you'll be surprised just how much fun it is to spend that much time on a single character and really get to know them. I don't know, maybe it sounds cheesy, but to me the most fun about a fighting game is learning the move lists, learning the matchups, the combos, all that cool stuff. And for a lot of 2D fighting games, that doesn't take very long, but for 3D fighting games, especially Virtua Fighter 5, you might find yourself spending weeks learning a single character and enjoying yourself the entire time. But let's talk more about Eileen specifically. So she has some really fast strikes, but she also has this monkey stance, which is forward and all 3 buttons, or she can do a Superman punch as well. And I feel like the name of the game is mixing up between those two, because once you have your opponent scared that the Superman punch might be coming, they're going to want to block that because it does hit mid, which means they can't duck under it, but instead you go monkey stance into a mix-up, and then you get combos going, all that cool stuff. So essentially the opponent's going to be scared of your flying Superman punch, they're going to want to block, and at which point you go for maybe some kicks, or you go for monkey stance, all that good stuff. And she also has low mix-ups as well. Check out that cool stuff. She can do a low into a high. All of it is honestly just a bunch of fun, and as you can see, just the punches and kicks into stances alone are going to take up a lot of time to actually memorize and master. And you know what? Let's talk about the jump attacks as well, because these are also very unique to Virtua Fighter 5. So if you want to jump in this game, you have to block and press up at the same time, and depending on when you press the attack button, you get a different animation. So for example, I'm going to press jump on the way up. Boom, and I get that. But now I'm going to press punch on the way down. Boom, look at that, it's delayed. Once again on the way up, or I can kick on the way down. And check this out, it's actually a low if I do that. So normally it's a mid, but if I do it late, it becomes a low. And of course, Monkey Girl can fight with her back to you. I think we all knew that was coming. The monkey style characters, or like the mix-up characters in general, always have backwards facing stances, and she can do a bunch of cool stuff while her back is to you. So once again, a very big move list. Monkey stance, kicks, let's go. Oh, what's that? You don't want to respect the monkey stance? Well, then here comes the Superman punch instead. Let's go. Ho ho, you didn't know I could attack low as well? Of course I can. I'm crazy Monkey Girl. I can do anything with my back facing the opponent. And how about the throws? Let's talk about throws next. Do I have any grappler fans in the audience? Well, then you're gonna want to play some more 3D fighters, because 2D fighting games got nothing on grapplers and 3D fighting games. They have so many more throws. And keep in mind, I wouldn't even consider this girl a grappler, but look at how many throws she has. So right there, that was a forward throw, or I can do a forward throw and then hold forward, and look at this. I'm now behind the opponent and their back is facing me, so I can go for some attacks, or I can go for a back throw and get even more damage and a unique animation. Cool stuff, but maybe I don't want to be behind the opponent. Maybe I want to be beside them instead. Okay, we'll just hold down, and now I'm beside them. What's that? You want to be beside them and also kick them on the way down? Let's go, boom, kick to the face. And check it out, I've reset the neutral. I put a lot of space between me and the opponent, so if I have a big life lead, now they have to come to me. And then of course we have my favorite throw in the entire game. Just look how amazing this throw looks. It's so cool. I don't know how a tiny girl can carry someone that much bigger than her, but she does it well. And of course you got forward back throws as well. Once again, not a grappler character. Look at all the different throws I have. This is crazy. She even has a half circle back throw. Whoa, once again throws her weight around. Booyakasha. And how about this throw that puts me in a backwards facing stance? And now we have something really cool. So like I mentioned at the very start of this video, the environment can actually be your weapon. So if the opponent's back is to the wall, she gets a unique throw animation. Look at this, go monkey, climb on the wall. Oh my god, it's so sick looking. And keep in mind, that specific throw only happens if they're against a full wall. So against a half wall, you actually get an entirely different animation. So for example, check out this wall. It's a half wall instead of a full wall. And as a result, we're gonna get an entirely new animation. Bah, 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 just go monkey on their head. Check it out. How sick is that? Your characters in this game have different throws and different attacks and combos based on the stages themselves. The size of the wall can change how the gameplay actually goes. How amazing is that? And some of these throw animations at the wall are absolutely amazing. Take Kage for example. This is one of the most amazing throws I've ever seen. Can you imagine getting hit by this as the opponent? How demoralizing would that be? I just wouldn't want to play anymore if that thing hit me. And hey, check this out. Now my back is against the wall, so I get a new throw in that situation too. Boom, backflip, body slam. Oh, that's so sick. Once again, the stage themselves can determine how you play. And not only do you have half walls and full walls, but you also have breakaway walls for ring outs, or some stages don't have any walls at all, or they have walls on some sides but not others, so every single stage will determine how you play. And then of course you got the side throw from the left side, you got the throw from the right side, all that good stuff. Man, the animation was sick. And then you have the back throw. What you got? Oh my gosh, it's doing terrible things to them. And sometimes your character's throws are strictly for repositioning, so check this out. I could just throw her from the side, but I don't want to do that. I want to flip sides. Whoa, check this out. And on the flip side, I can do the exact same thing over here. I can change sides. I mean, seriously, how cool is that? There are so many different throws in this game. I feel like pretty much every character in this game feels like a bit of a grappler, but trust me, there are some characters that are far more grapplers than others, like Wolf, for example. And then to end things off, we have some staple bread and butter combos. Once again, if the opponent doesn't get up, you get some awesome follow-ups, but here are some basic combos to get you started. Oh, look at that, the awesome scorpion stick to end everything off. And as you can see, everyone, the command list has started over because I've actually done every single thing. Now, I'm gonna cut a lot of it out because because I want you to experiment with this character if you like her, and go ahead and play the game. Once again, it's 100% free if you have PlayStation Plus. So I do highly recommend you try it out, especially if you're not accustomed to 3D fighting games and you've only played 2D fighters like Mortal Kombat 11 for example. I really recommend you try out this fighting game because 3D fighters are amazingly fun. I want to go ahead and mention that this video is not at all sponsored by SEGA or Virtua Fighter 5 or Sony. I just wanted to show you guys how much fun this game can be because I made the mistake of not trying it out in the past, and now that I'm playing with it, it's a lot of fun. So once again, I highly recommend that you try it out as well. So if you enjoyed my breakdown and especially want to see some online matches in the future, then make sure to leave a like down below. It really does help me out a ton. And I actually do know a friend who's already been competing in some Virtua Fighter 5 tournaments, so hopefully he can show up and then body me really hard, and you can all get a good idea of what a high-level match looks like in Virtua Fighter 5. But until then, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, that way you never miss any future videos. This channel is 300,000 subscribers strong, and it's the best fighting game community on YouTube, so make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdog.